Can you see the screen? Anyone can confirm that you can see the screen? Okay, thanks, Reggie.
Yes.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome, and thank you for coming to our second week. Last week, which was our week one, if you remember, if you were there or if you had chance to watch the video, we talked about moving from pre-university, from high school to university for people who are coming from refugee or asylum-seeking background. And this week, I am going to explain the process of application for university for undergraduate courses. But before that, because some people are new here, I'm going to very quickly explain what we went through last week during our first session. So if you remember, I mentioned that you need to have two basic requirements if you are planning to go to university here in the UK. So first, you need a qualification which shows, or a paperwork which shows you finished high school in your country of origin or any other country. It could be finishing high school here in the UK or finishing high school anywhere else in any other country. But that's important. A paperwork which shows you finished your high school before applying for university. And then the second one is you need to have another paperwork, another qualification, which shows your level of English. So for that reason, you need to have at least a level 2 qualification to enter any university course here in the UK. And if you remember, I said that there are different level 2 qualifications. Some students, they prefer to do IELTS. So they go for IELTS 6. Some universities ask for IELTS 6.5. Some students, they prefer to do functional skills level 2, or some students, they prefer to do ESOL level 2. So that's fine. Most universities, they accept different language qualifications as long as you can show that you are level 2. So in any plan to enter university here in the UK, have these two in mind. First, end of high school qualification. Second, at least level 2 qualification in English. Later, we talked about if you have these two, again, some universities may want you to show more qualifications or go through more courses. It's not every university gives you that offer of, okay, you have high school diploma, you have level 2, let's go to university. Many universities, they want you to have a level 3 qualification as well. And for that reason, most of the students coming from refugee or asylum-seeking background, before going to university, they do 1 year of access to higher education course or foundation year before entering university. And again, if you remember from last week, I said access to higher education course is 1 year course in college. University foundation year, again, it's 1 year course in university, and it depends on different courses and different plans. Some students prefer to do access and then go to university. Some prefer to start university with foundation year. But doing any of these level 3 courses, it increases your chance of having a good offer from a good university. So just have that in mind. And for the rest of you, if there is anyone without high school diploma, so probably in some countries you didn't have time, you didn't have the opportunity to finish your high school before moving out, so you need to do your GCSEs here in the UK. So you need to carry out a level 2 course or level 2 program like GCSE, or you can do functional skills as well. And then with that level 2, you can go for a level 3. You can do access to higher education, or in some cases, you may be able to start a university course with foundation. But if you don't have high school diploma, if anyone is here without high school diploma, I'm happy to speak with you on a one-to-one basis. Okay, we can have a meeting later, or you can send me an email, and I'm happy to give you more specific advice, because that could be slightly more complex and more difficult moving to university without having high school diploma. If there is anyone here without high school diploma and you need help with how to pass that high school diploma and then go to university, send me an email, and I'm happy to speak with you later. Okay, and then if you're planning, again from last week, if you're planning to go to university September 2024, this is the deadline, end of January 2024. So you need to start applying to universities, filling your application from now, and adding to your application slightly every week. And then hopefully by the end of January, you have all the requirements to submit your application. And then this week, we are going to talk about the application process itself, how to write your personal statement, and the kind of information that you need to fill the application forms, how to choose university courses, and where to find the referee from. In terms of finance, again, I said this last week, if you have your refugee status, you will not have any, or in many cases, in most cases, you don't have financial issue because you can apply for student loan. If not, if you are still waiting for your asylum claim to be processed, and if you are still waiting for your refugee status to arrive, then you need to apply for scholarships. Again, this week, I'm going to give you some more information about scholarships and the application process for that. I sent you the presentation with these links, so if you need any more information, please go through these links and read for yourself. And if you have any question, I'm always happy to answer your questions. One last thing that I forgot to say last week is about if you're planning to do the access to university course, the HE course, access course, where to find those courses. Generally speaking, access courses are available in colleges. So if you have any local college, or in the city, the town that you live, you can go to your nearest college or other colleges in your area and just see what kind of access courses they have. You can do it online. So this week, when I send you the presentation, you will see link to National Career Service Course Finder, which I'm going to show you in a second how to use it to find information that you need. I'll share my screen again. Let me know if you can see the screen. Can you? Okay, great. Thanks, Vaji. So when you click on that link, it takes you to this page, which is National Career Service, find a course page. And in this page, you can just search for access to HE. And it shows you, and then when you search for that, it shows you a list of different access courses in different subjects and different locations. So for instance, if you are in Nottingham, there is an access to higher education business in Nottingham, Invest Nottingham College. And then if you are planning to study anything business related, management, finance, accounting in university, this is the kind of access course that you need to do. There is an access course in science in Suffolk. So if you are in that area, I don't think any of you lives in that area, but if there is anyone in that area and you're planning to study anything science related in university, that access course could be for you. We have access course in midwifery. So if you are planning to become a midwife, studying midwifery in university, there is one in Birmingham College. And there are many similar midwifery courses in any other city. So don't think that it's just in Birmingham. If you go through the list, you'll see there are midwifery courses in many colleges across the country, in London, in Manchester, in Birmingham. So find the course that you are interested in. So for instance, if you are interested in midwifery and you are in Birmingham, you can just click on that and it takes you to the next page, which shows you more information that you need to have before applying for that course, including entry requirements. And this is a level 3, which is very good because then you can use that level 3 to go for level 4, which is university. It is online, again, very good because it gives you flexibility to study from home. Even if you are in London, you can do it online. And many more information. So make sure that when you got the slides, you go through the National Career Service course finder and then try to find courses that can help you, mainly access courses that can help you to enter university. On the same page, let me go back to the same page. On the course finder, you can search for GCSE. As far as I know, probably, let me check. You should be able to find GCSE courses as well. So if you are planning to have, if you don't have your high school diploma, if you don't have level 2, or if you want to study level 2 before going to university, GCSEs, you can find different GCSE skills like math, again, biology, English, and so on. So you can find GCSE courses here, and there are many other courses. So any like functional skills, you should be able to find that from this page. So very good, very useful page if you're looking for any course, any qualification, any program that can help you to find a better employment or going to college and going to university. Again, for functional skills, it gives you a list of different functional skills courses in different cities and different areas in different colleges. So make sure you go through that page and you find information that you need yourself. Any question before I go to the next slide? Okay. Okay, today is our week 2, and today I'm going to talk about the next step, moving from level 3 to level 4, which is university. So after GCSE and A-level, after high school and access course, now you can apply for university courses. You can apply for undergraduate, which could be like a BSc, Bachelor of Science course, or BA, Bachelor of Art. Similar qualifications, but probably in different universities for different subjects. Sometimes they call them BA. It's very much subject related. So sometimes they call them BA or BSc. But basically, when we say undergraduate, we mean for people who want the first degree after high school, the first step after high school. Again, have this deadline in mind, 31st of January. If you are planning to go, which I encourage everyone to apply. If you are still waiting for your asylum claim, if you are a refugee, don't be worried about this stage, just apply, okay? Then you can decide whether you want to continue with your application or not, but start the application process itself and try to fill the application form, ask for help if you need help with application form, start writing your personal statement, because these are easy things to do, but most of the time it takes time because this is your first time applying, and also you need to write a good personal statement, and you need to collect some information from here and there in order to fill those application forms. So make sure that you start applying from now. There is no harm in applying, okay? Then you can decide before end of January whether you want to submit your application or not. And these are the main things that you need to have. Your personal details, which is easy. You probably have all the personal details that you need to fill those forms. One time-taking part is to choose which courses you want to apply for and in which universities. Still, some students, they don't know whether they want to study nursing or social work or engineering or computer science. So, and again, they don't know whether they want to study in University of East London or University of Central London or University of Birkbeck and so on. Okay, so this is a time-taking process. You need to spend some time, read information, speak with others, have some advice in order to have that list of 5 university or 5 courses that you want to apply for. You need to have some information about the previous study that you've done, which you have. That's not difficult. You need to write a statement. Probably for most of you, you need around 5 days, 6 days, 7 days working on this personal statement to have a good statement. And then you need a reference, and that reference, it's better to be one of your current or previous teachers. If you have contact with any other teacher, if you go to college, you can ask your college teacher. If you go to ESOL course, you can ask your ESOL teacher. If you go to any GCSE course, you can ask your GCSE teacher. So any teacher that you worked with currently or in the past, preferably from the UK, you can ask them to give you reference. If not, if you don't have anyone, if this is your first time ever in the UK doing any education, then I'm happy to be your reference. So don't be worried about finding a reference. Either find a teacher, or if you don't have anyone, just send me an email and I can be your reference. But that's the final stage, okay? At the moment, you don't need a referee. You don't need a reference. Later in January, if you need, I can be your reference. At the moment, you need a statement and you need to choose those 5 courses before anything else. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, great. Let's move on with the first thing that I'm going to explain is personal statement. I'm going to explain what you need to write in your personal statement. And then what I suggest you to do is to start writing a personal statement. It doesn't matter how good it is or how bad it is. You need to write whatever you can and then send it to someone who can give you feedback. So I'm happy if you send me your personal statements. I'm happy to read it and give you some feedback how to make it better and how to improve your personal statement. So don't be worried if you think your English is not good, or if you think you don't know how to write it. Write whatever you can based on what I'm going to explain, and then send it to me or send it to any other teacher that you have. And I'm happy, and your teachers, I'm sure they will be happy to give you feedback about and on how to make it better. So that personal statement, first of all, don't copy your personal statement. If you copy it from internet, universities can see that it's a copy. So you need to write it yourself. In your personal statement, you need to start with why you are applying for that course. So probably if you are applying for courses in health, you need to explain what does interest you in health, why you think that health is a good subject for you to study, and why you are a good candidate, a good student for that course. So what kind of skills, what kind of experiences, what kind of background you have that makes you a good student for that nursing course or for that engineering course. For example, you can say, I studied science in high school in my country, which makes me a good student to study science in university. Or I have some work experience working in a hospital in my country, which makes me a good candidate to study nursing in the UK. So you need to explain the kind of experience, the kind of skills that you have, which makes you a good candidate for that course and that university. And then you need to explain them. So if you were engineer in your country, or you did some engineering courses in your country, you need to slightly, very briefly, not long, you need to briefly explain what are those experiences and education that you have. Make sure that you explain your personal circumstances, because many of you may have been out of education or employment for a few years. There is a gap between your last time being in university or being in school or being in employment and now. If there is a gap, explain that. There is no problem with explaining that. Because of problems in my country, in Afghanistan, in Somalia, in Syria, and Sudan, I couldn't continue my education, I couldn't continue my employment, and then I moved to the UK, and then because of that, there is a gap, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, in my CV and in my profile. So universities, if you explain, they can understand. But if you don't explain that, they always think why there is a gap. So make sure that you explain any gap by saying that there was problem in my country, I couldn't continue, it took me some time to come to the UK, and then now that I'm here, I'm planning to return to education. You need just to write one statement. So although you are going to apply for 5 courses in 2, 3, 4, or 5 universities, you need just one personal statement, okay? Before writing your personal statement, what I suggest, have a piece of paper and a pen and start writing for yourself, answering these 3 questions for yourself, okay? And don't be worried if you are not comfortable in writing that in English. So most of the time, I suggest students start writing the answer to these 3 questions in their first language, because it's easier for you to think and write in your first language. And then when you have that on paper, then it's easier to translate it and transfer it to English. So later today or this week or next week, as soon as early as you can, start writing 3 sentences, 1 paragraph about why do you want to study the course. If I'm not sure, I know, for instance, someone planning to study medicine. If you are planning to study medicine here in the UK, just answer that question for yourself. Why do you want to study medicine? What does interest you? What is your background? What is your experience? What is your plan for future? And like I said, write it in your first language, Arabic, Tigrani, I'm not sure, Dari, or whatever language you speak. Write it in that language, because it's easier to remember and reflect and write your experiences in your first language. And then what have you done to make you suitable for the course? Any academic background, any work background, any courses that you've done here in the UK, any volunteer work that you've done. I know many of you may have been doing voluntary work in your communities, even here in the UK. Some of you may do like voluntary job in your community center as an interpreter, as a whatever. So anything that you've been doing in order to improve your skills, your competencies, you can just write it down. I did this course, I worked there, I volunteered there, I read that book, I watched that, I'm not sure, training course online, any online course that you've done, everything could go there. Everything that you've done in order to improve your level of education. And then number 3, again, extending on that, what else have you done that makes you a better candidate? Any hobby, any volunteering, any personal experience which makes you a better person to study medicine here in the UK. So these are the 3 main things that you need to write down before starting writing your personal statement. And then when you are ready, when you have that 1 page, 2 pages of content that you've written in either English or in your first language, then start to structure them, okay? It's not a long piece of work, it's not a long document, the personal statement. You only need to write 500 words. It's about 1 page, to be honest, one A4 page. Sometimes 1 page and a half, but most of the times it's not more than 1 page. So you don't need to write more than probably this. Okay, so you are going to write something like this. So it's not long. Don't be worried about writing a long document. It's not going to be more than 500 words. You start with introduction, who you are, and then in the first paragraph you write about your personal experience. In the second paragraph you write about your interest in the subject, whatever it is: nursing, midwifery, accounting, finance, business, medicine. In the third paragraph you write about your hobbies and other activities. And in the third paragraph you write about your work experience. Paragraph 4 you write about hobbies, and then you conclude it with a short conclusion saying that I would like to apply for this particular course, and that's it. So 1 introduction, 4 paragraphs, and 1 conclusion, and it's going not to be anything longer than this, and each of these are 1 paragraph. Okay, so we call 3, 4, 5 sentences 1 paragraph. So just if you follow this, it's easy. Okay, and don't be worried about English, because then when you write the first copy down, then someone like me, we can help you to make it better. UCAS itself, they have many interesting and useful tools that can help you to start writing and structuring and improving your personal statement. When I send you these slides, you will have access to UCAS personal statement tool, UCAS advice for refugee and asylum seekers when writing your personal statement mind map, and personal statement worksheet. And those worksheets are very helpful because they give you a structure about what you need to write in each section of your statement. But think about 1 page, 500 words, and this structure, and start working on that from now or as soon as you can, because usually it's going to take some time to have a good personal statement. When you have your statement, to be honest, the rest is just filling forms. The rest could take 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So what is time taking is writing your personal statement. Any question about personal statement? Anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. The other thing that you can do, you need to read some examples of personal statement. When I send you the slides, I'm going to add some examples, some links, when you can see how students here in the UK, they write personal statement for UCAS. And when you read them, you can find thousands of them online. But I'm going to add some examples, some good examples, so that you can read. And when you read, you learn how to write and what is a good personal statement looking like. Any question, Mohammed?
Hi, sir. Hope you're fine and doing well. I have a question about, so you just mentioned that you need to choose 5 courses.
Yes.
So the personal statement needs to be like in general for this 5 courses, or it needs to be different?
No, it needs to be, it's a very good question, Mohammed. Thank you for asking that. It needs to be general because in most cases, you are going to apply for similar courses in different universities. So it's not like you are going to apply for engineering and nursing and history. So probably you are going to apply for courses in the same similar subjects. So you apply for nursing and midwifery and pharmacy probably. All of them are in medicine. Or you apply for courses relevant to science or relevant to engineering. Most of the time, all those 5 courses are in similar subjects, but in different universities. And for that reason, it's not that difficult to write a general statement which covers all those 5 areas.
All right, thank you.
Good. Okay, so my email, Damni, you can when you get the presentation, my email is on the first page. So you'll see my email on the first page of the presentation. It's here. So this is the first page, and then my email is there. And when you watch the video again, you can see it in the video. But following the question that Mohammed just asked, I'm going to talk a bit about how to choose the 5 courses that you need to apply for, or you need to have before starting your application. Well, first of all, you probably know what kind of courses you are interested in. And most of the time, these courses are courses that you have some background in. Probably you have background in science, or background in engineering, or background in math. You would like to study courses in science, engineering, and math. So probably you are interested, you are already interested, you would like to do some courses because you are thinking of having a relevant job in the future. So probably you want to become a teacher, then you are interested to study teaching. Or you want to become a lab scientist, you are thinking of studying biology. So based on your background or your future plans, you should have some ideas about what you want to study. But if you want to find more information about what kind of courses are available in that subject, again, you can find those information online by going to university web pages. But there is a very good website, the UCAS course search, similar to job search that I showed you. UCAS, they have a course search that you can find almost every information that you need through that link. So I'm going to take you to that page. If you click on UCAS course search in our presentation, then you will see, and it will take you to this page that you can see here. Okay, so it's UCAS course search or UCAS search page. And then the only thing that you need to do is to add what you are interested in that box, or any course, any subject that you would like to have more information about. Just give me some ideas, give me something that you would like to have more information about. Anyone?
Program.
What was that?
Program.
What program? In what
Coding.
subject?
Coding. C++, Python.
Oh, so computer engineering or computer programming. So if you start with searching for computer, computer. Let's see, it shows you different courses for computer. Okay, so computer game design, computer game development, computer game system engineering, software engineering, web development, artificial intelligence. Again, there are tens of different courses relevant to computer. And from there, you can decide which one you would like to have more information about. So let's see if they have anything about the one about different programming languages. That's mainly software engineering. Okay, so we click on computing, software engineering. You want to do undergraduate. Some people, if you are here and you would like to study postgraduate, go for postgraduate. But this week we are talking about undergraduate, and you would like to study in next year because this year is already started. You would like to study 2024, 2025, and then just click go. And then it shows you a list of computing software development programs in different universities. So for instance, this one is for Imperial College London, and they have a computing software engineering course which takes 4 years. Similarly, they have a software engineering course in a college in Trafford, which is in Manchester, which takes 2 years, but you get HND, which is not bachelor. And you have many other courses in many other, I'm just looking for a university that could be, like if you're in Liverpool, they have similar courses in Liverpool. The next thing that you need to do, you need just to click on one of these courses that you're interested in. And I'm just looking for a BA degree. Yes, this one. So this one is for accounting and business analysis. So if you click on that, it takes you to a page when you see all the information that you need, what the course is about, how to apply for the course, what are entry requirements for that course in that university. This is the University of Strathclyde in Scotland. It's in Edinburgh, as far as I remember. Or probably Glasgow, I'm not sure, to be honest. Oh, it's in Glasgow. So entry requirements and then other information. The most important part is entry requirements. Here it says you need to have A levels, or you need to have, if you're in Scotland, you need to have a Scottish higher. That's different in Scotland. There's some courses that some degrees are different, but you need to have A levels, which is GCSE A, and that's the main qualification if you want to start studying that course in that university. Let me go back and this time search for probably mechanical engineering. Or any other engineering course. Mechanical engineering. Let's see. If you are interested, for example, to do mechanical engineering, you go to UCAS search, you search for that mechanical engineering, and it gives you a list of mechanical engineering courses in different universities across the UK. For example, if you are in, I'm trying to see if we have anything, there should be something from Bristol. Oh, let's get the example of like Bristol, yeah, mechanical engineering. If you're in Bristol and you're planning to study mechanical engineering, from this page, you can find all the information that you need. What is the course, how to apply for that, entry requirements, fees, other information. And again, for entry requirements, you need to have A level. If you don't have A level, you need to have BTEC. If you don't have BTEC, as we said, you can have access to higher education or other degrees. So as you can see, universities, they don't just say you need to have A level 100%. There are different degrees like high access to higher education that can help you, as I explained earlier. By doing that, you will be able to start a university course. And then it gives you more information about fees and funding, and also gives you more information about the application process. There should be something about English as well. Here they say international students. Let's see if they say anything about English. I think you need to go to the web page. It says if for more information about qualification, just go to the web page of the university. But in many pages, they tell you about the entry requirements in terms of language. Mohammed?
Yes, there is. It says like International Baccalaureate Diploma Program. What's that?
Well, some students may come in some countries. That's the end of high school qualification. So International Baccalaureate Diploma. In some countries, they have that program. Probably, I'm not sure in which countries, but I know some like African countries, they have that baccalaureate program. which students with that they can use it as high school diploma and start university. But most of the time, with access to higher education, you can start or having A-level, or even it depends on which university you are applying for. Sometimes I had students who just went to university with their high school diploma from the country of origin. But if you can have access course, then it increases your chance of having offer from that university. Any other question? So make sure when you got the presentation, you go to the search page and start searching for the courses and programs that you want to study. And then if you like them, and if you can meet the requirement to enter the university, then add them to your list, because you need to have up to 5 courses to add to your UCAS application. If you don't have 5, that's fine. You can apply for 1, 2, 3, whatever you want. But it's better to have all the 5 to have more chance of having offer, because it's not like if you have, not every university is going to give you offer. So if you have 5, then you have more chance of having the offer at the end of the application process. Any question? Great. So let me go back to my presentation to see what else I would like you to know. Okay, sharing the screen. Okay, so go to UCAS. This is important. So these 2 things, if you want to apply in January, these are 2 main things that you need to do. First, start writing your personal statement. Second, decide on what 5 courses in what universities you would like to study. And everything that you need to help you is there when I send you the slides. Find information, entry requirements, different universities, different cities, and start writing your personal statement. And as I said, make sure that you ask someone to read your personal statement and give you feedback. Any teacher, any ESOL teacher, language teacher, any mentor, any volunteer who works with you, and I am happy to do that for you if you send me a good version of your personal statement. The next thing that you need to think about is money, because to study, you need money. As I said, if you have your refugee status, you can apply for student finance, and there will be no problem in almost every cases with finance for refugees. If you are still waiting for asylum claim, you cannot apply for student finance. That's the first thing. So you need to think about how you would like to pay, because it's expensive. The option that you have is many universities in the UK, they offer scholarships to students who are still waiting for their asylum claim. And if you want to use a scholarship, you need to apply to those universities, okay? So for instance, if University of, I'm not sure if University of Bedfordshire, they don't have a scholarship for asylum seekers, don't apply to that, okay? Because there is no chance of being able to pay for your study. You need just to apply to universities with a scholarship for asylum seekers, and many universities, they give a scholarship to refugees as well. If you are thinking of which universities are offering a scholarship to you, that's the link, a scholarship for students with refugee and asylum seeking status. So again, I'm going to show you that page. When you click on that, it takes you to this page. University Scholarship on Student Action for Refugees webpage. And every year you will have a list, and then we have, thankfully now, we have a long list of universities giving a scholarship to refugees and asylum seekers. Okay, as you can see, there are, I'm not sure, probably 40, 50 different universities with a scholarship for people from asylum seeking or refugee backgrounds. I'll just show you one. So for instance, if you are in Bristol and you are planning to go to university, you can apply to University of Bristol for a scholarship, and they give a scholarship for foundation year, for undergraduate, and for postgraduate courses. So if you are planning to study undergraduate, foundation year, or postgraduate course, University of Bristol, they already have some scholarship opportunities for you. And then they give that scholarship to anyone with asylum seeker status, anyone with definite leave to remain, with humanitarian protection, or with refugee status. So if you have any of these 4 different status, you can apply for that. Have in mind that some universities, like University of Brunel in London, they just have a scholarship for foundation and undergraduate. They don't have a scholarship for postgraduate. Some universities, they just give a scholarship to asylum seekers, like Buckinghamshire. Some give a scholarship to others, like refugees, not just asylum seekers. So it's important to carefully read what scholarship, what level, and to who these universities are offering scholarship. And then the next column, it shows you what support they give you. So for university, most of them, or all of them, they don't charge you for tuition fee, which means you don't need to pay for your study. And many of them, they are happy to give you, like in Bristol, it's your cost of a study. But in Brunel, they give you accommodation as well. In some, they give you some extra money, 2,600 University of Buckinghamshire per year. So just make sure that you read what they offer as part of that scholarship. Most of the scholarships are closed now for 2023, but next year, after January, when you submit your UCAS applications, from there, universities start opening their scholarships, and you have probably 2-3 months time. You need to submit your scholarship before midsummer. And then from this page, you can go by clicking on the link, like University of Bradford. If you click on this link, it takes you to the application page on University of Bradford webpage. So again, very important page to go through and read. And if you're in need of a scholarship, especially for those of you without refugee status, make sure that you apply to these universities, because then there is a chance of having a scholarship and being able to pay for your studies. Mohammed?
Yes, is a different process for finding the scholarship courses, or is it the same like when you apply for normal courses?
No, it's the application process for course is same. So you need to go to UCAS, you need to apply for courses, and then when you have the offer from that university, so you need, for instance, University of Bristol, you need first to go to UCAS and apply for the course that you want at the University of Bristol. If University of Bristol gives you the offer, then you can apply for a scholarship, which is a separate application. So first, you need to apply on UCAS for the course that you want in any of these universities with a scholarship. And then when you have your offer, when that university says, I'm happy to give you the offer, then you can apply for a scholarship. So that's again important to register your submit your application on UCAS, have the offer, so that later you can apply for a scholarship. Any other question, Mohammed?
No, thanks.
Okay, so for now, the main thing for you is don't be worried about application for a scholarship, the only thing is make sure that when you do your UCAS, when you apply to UCAS, you choose from those universities in that list, the universities which are offering a scholarship to refugees and asylum seekers.
Okay.
And then when you have your offer, then hopefully we will be there to help you with the application process, because that's a separate process. But go to UCAS, start applying, and then make sure that you apply to universities with a scholarship, because we had a student in the past, they applied to University of, I'm not sure, University of Metropolitan University in Manchester, and they got the offer, but Metropolitan, they don't have a scholarship for asylum seekers, so they couldn't go to university. That's why it's important to go through that list and make sure you're only applying to those universities with a scholarship if you are asylum seeker and if you want to apply for a scholarship. Before I go to the, I would like to share with you another page. Again, when I send you the link, the slides, you will see a link to this page, which is a website called Displaced Student Opportunities UK. And in this page, you will see most of the information that you need about the application process for universities and for a scholarship. So as you can see, you can find from this page, you can find university scholarships, you can find English language courses, you can find different programs available for, or recent opportunities available for people in your immigration status, and many other information that you need application to university, other kind of support that you need. So it's important, these three: start that list, this website, and then UCAS course search. These are three important websites that I would like you to start using them and becoming familiar with them as soon as you can. The next thing that I'm going to take you through today is UCAS application. Can you see the UCAS page on my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so when you start your UCAS, UCAS Hub, when you go to start your application, this is the first page of UCAS Hub. So you need to create an account for yourself, and creating an account is easy. So probably every one of you've created account somewhere. So you need to add your name, email, and then you can open your UCAS account. This is the first page, and from the first page you have access to different information that you need. So for instance, what to study. So it takes you to the same page that I showed you, finding information about different subject. So if you are interested in studying criminology, by going to that page, every information that you need about studying criminology, you can find there. The next one is where to go. Universities in your area, or if you are interested in any specific university, you can find it there. But the main part is the application. Okay, so when you have your statement and when you have the list of universities that you would like to apply to, you go through the application process. So you need just to click on Start Application, and then you need to decide what you want to study. So most of you want to study undergraduate, and you want to study in 2024. So you click on undergraduate, and you are not applying from a school, college, or center. You are applying as an individual. And the first part is here to add your choices. And here you need to have those five courses ready. That's why I said it's important to have a list of courses that you want to apply for. So here you start adding your choice one. For instance, studying nursing, University of Birmingham. So you need just to add that information. So if you start writing like Manchester, it shows you different universities in Manchester. So if you want to go if you want to apply University of Manchester nursing, adult nursing, and then location main site starting September 2024 and save. And now it's added to your application, as easy as that. But if you have your list ready, so then you add your other choices. Here, you need to add your personal details, just its name, surname, address, date of birth, immigration status, and so on, contact and residency, nationality, finance, English language, and other supporting information. One thing that you can do later, you don't need to have it now, you don't need to have every information now. English language, you can leave it for later, okay? You can submit your application without English language if you are studying English, and then later you will have time to provide it after January. So don't be worried if you don't have your English language. In nationality and details, you add your country of birth. So for instance, if you are from Afghanistan, date of birth, whatever it is, and your nationality is, if you don't have any other nationality, probably your nationality, if you are from Afghanistan, would be Afghan. And if you are a refugee, if you don't have British passport, you are not British. Sometimes the students, they think because they have refugee status, they add British, okay? If you have British passport, you can add dual nationality. But if you don't have, just leave it blank, leave it empty. You just have the nationality of your country of origin. Do you need a student visa? It's an important question. You don't. If for whatever reason you are here, being asylum seeker, being refugee, being under humanitarian protection, you don't need a student visa. Okay, say no. Have you previously studied under a student visa? Some of you may have come to the UK with a student visa. You should say yes. But if you never had any student visa in the UK, you should say no. If you're studying in a college, that's not international, okay? Again, say no. If you study here as an asylum seeker, as a refugee in a college, that's not a student visa. You should say no. And do you have settled or pre-settled status? This is mainly for people who came through resettlement or people who are here on the European citizen. So again, I assume for most of you, it should be no. And then mark section as complete and then save the section. So these are some more information sometimes the students don't know how to fill. The next one, which is important, is your finance and funding. If you have refugee status, you go for Student Finance Service, okay? UK Student Finance Service. If you are still waiting for your asylum claim, you can choose other sources or you can choose not now. I would say it's better to go for other sources, okay? So this is again a confusing question. Make sure refugee status, UK student finance. If you are still waiting for asylum, other sources is the right answer to that. And then the personal detail, it should be easy. It's your just personal detail. You need to add, you don't need to send any documents now. You need just to add your previous education. So if you have high school diploma, any other course from any other country, you should add it here. So add place of education. So and any place that you've been to, I'm not sure. It could be any high school in your country. Let's see if they have anything here. Sometimes it is there, sometimes it's not. For instance, if you are from International School of Aleppo in Syria, just add it. You could be from any other school, Iran. Okay, just add, type it. If it's not there, just type it. and then add it to your page. You don't need to have exam center number, and then just saying that I was there between 2014 and 2015, the date that you were there. And you studied full-time or part-time, or do you have any qualification from this center? If you have, sometimes you could finish and have your qualification, you say yes. Sometimes you didn't finish, you say no. But if you have qualification, if you have that paperwork which shows you finished it, just say yes and save it. And then any other qualifications, high school, college, any course, anything else, just make sure you add them here. And then you go for employment. If you have any employment background, any employment experience, then add it to your employment. It could be anything, which company, which country, any company that you work for, what was your role, manager, or anything else, what was the company address, somewhere in Afghanistan, just add the address and date, starting from when to where to when to when, and then full-time or part-time, and then just save it. And it will be added to your account. So what I would like, and then the next part is statement. You don't have your statement now, but before ending, submitting your application in January, you need to have it. Just when you have it, you can easily copy and paste it. What I would like you to do from this week until next week, because then I can help you if you have problem, just go and start working on your UCAS application. At least add your personal information, add your education background, English, finance, employment, and supporting information. And then next week, if you have any issue, come back and I'm happy to answer your questions. Any question? We are going to send you the video. If you've missed anything, just go back to video and watch the video again, which helps you to fill the application form. Okay, go on. Who wanted to ask question?
Sir, I've been homeschooled my whole life in Afghanistan.
Okay.
In education, school, how do process?
Well, it doesn't matter in which country you were. Just add it to, as I showed you, you can add any country. Okay. So did you finish your high school?
No, homeschool, whole life.
Oh, you were in homeschool. Well, that's one of the cases that if you send me an email, is it Humira?
Yes.
Okay, if you send me an email, Humira, then I can meet with you online personally, and I can give you some information about how to continue, okay? Because your cases could be different, but there is a way of doing that. So make sure, I'm going to add my email to the in the chat box. Drop me an email and I can arrange for a meeting to give you more information about how we need to continue with your education. That's my email. Anyone else?
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
Go on, Mohammed.
So it's not important to add your English qualification like right now, so you can
Not now. No, you don't need it now.
After having an offer from uni?
Yes. Well, the sooner you provide it, the better. Okay, because when you have the English there, it increases your chance of having the offer. But for now, you can apply without that, because many UK students, when they apply in January, they don't have their results yet. So it's not just about you. Most of the UK students, they don't have their results when they submit their application. So don't be worried about not having your language qualification before submission date. So you can have it later in probably March, April time.
Okay, because when I went to the UCAS and went to the taught the section, the English language. I
Mhm.
mean, so they ask about like, is it your native language? If you say yes, they don't need anything from you. If you say no, they want you to provide some qualification like
But
IELTS or
you can just leave it blank.
all right, yeah.
Yeah, there is no problem.
Leave
So
it blank, yeah?
here, if you say no, you can just leave it, and then just save this section. Okay,
Sure.
and then you can go to the next part.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
There is no, so it doesn't prevent you from submitting your application.
Okay.
Anyone
That's
else?
fine.
Hello.
Go on, please.
I a little bit confused. Undergraduate or postgraduate? It's when I'm doing degree. Can I do the online? So I have.
Well, you can do
health-
yes, if there is any online course, you can do online, yes.
All right, that's so. It's a 2
Yeah.
years. It's a 2 years.
Well, it depends on the course. So what I suggest, you need to go to the course page, find the course, and see
Yeah.
how many years it is going to take. It could be different from university
I
to
think it's
university.
some. It's a 2 years. Some is 1 year.
Yes, so some
Yeah.
universities, they have courses for 2 years.
All right.
But the
I
main
have
thing
the
is
reason
that
I don't. The
you need to
reason I don't go is
Yeah.
a health issue. I have sleep apnea, insomnia. I'm tired always.
there are many universities offering online courses, so you can find it. The only thing that you need just to go to the search page, and then
Yeah.
just search for online courses. Or if you want to study like criminology, search for online criminology courses.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do the business management. I have 2
Yeah,
years.
you just go for business then in that
Yeah,
case.
yeah.
So
All right.
you can
Thank
just
you.
search for universities with online. Well, the reason of the course is I send you all the links from where you can find information. Then you should go and find information for yourself. Yeah,
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
great. Any other question?
Where's our friend Sudanese guy? Last week it was today, no?
Oh, I'm not sure, to be honest.
Osman, I don't know his names. I forget. Sudanese guy.
And any other person who would like to ask question? Okay, that was it for today. I think I throw a lot of information for today. I leave it here. I send you the slides, and what I would like you to do is I share the slides again. These are the things that you need to do until you need just 1 hour probably. Okay, just spend 1 hour, activate your UCAS account, go through that account and create your account and start filling the different parts of the application. And then the main thing, try to list next week, if you can, one or two of you can give me a list of 5 universities and courses. That would be very helpful. And then start at some point, maybe next week or this week, start working on your personal statement as well. Any other question? I'm going to stop recording.